I'm Patrick Jager with Aaron Bailey, and welcome to another episode of What Do You Need to Know to Live in Costa Rica? Today, Aaron, we've got a great topic. Topic is moving to Costa Rica.
Which we've done. We've both done separately.
Yes, let's preface that separately. Aaron and I have known each other for a long time. We live near one another in the States. We both live here in different areas. We are business partners. We have created a company, Your Pura Vida, that helps people move here and then live their best life once they are here. But this series is really about asking or answering questions that everybody has. Whether you want to work with us or go on your own or do with something else, we just think this is information everybody needs to know. So with that, Aaron, you have two places in Costa Rica, so you understand moving from both a purchase and a rental.
Yes, I own a beach house with a good friend of mine in Playa Bejuco, which is not far. It's between Jaco and Capos Manuel Antonio. And then I rent a place, a condo in the city in Romesur, Nunciatura, Romesur, in San Jose, the San Jose neighborhood that has lots of restaurants and shops, and it's where all the embassies are. So,
And the football stadium.
And the football stadium. Yes, I love my neighborhood. Very walkable.
Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. We were just there zooming around over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. All right, so this is today.
And where are you, Patrick?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, you tell us where you are.
I'm up in the mountains in a town called Atenas, which has the distinction of being best climate in the world, dubbed that by National Geographic, I want to say in the 70s, 60s or 70s. It is beautiful climate, but it's still hot, it's still humid, it still rains. It's Costa Rica.
It's
But
Costa
great.
Rica.
I'm 40 minutes to you. I'm an hour to the beach. I am 20 minutes to the airport. I love my little town. Lots of expats. Interestingly, a ton of European expats. We have a very large Dutch contingent here.
And I find that you have so many better restaurants in your small town of Atenas than I do, kind of spread out across San Jose. I love going to Atenas and eating at Monsoon or Caminata and so many just amazing places.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like in this series, we're going to dissect all kinds of towns, so you'll really get to know. But I mean, food, if you find good food, you go to the same places because it's not like Mexico City where there's great food on every corner. All right,
Yeah,
but we digress. We
we
have, I
digress.
think, 8 or 9 questions that have come into us. Now, these come to our website, yourpuertavita.com. People reach out to us all the time in our process of helping them think about moving here. So, first question, is Costa Rica a safe place to live?
Did my mom send that question in? I I feel like she did. She has asked me this. She asked me this every single time I FaceTime home. She is always worried that something bad is going to happen to me. But mom, don't worry. Costa Rica is safe. Like any place on earth, there's crime. Like the United States, there's crime. But Costa Rica just feels really, really safe, in my opinion. What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah. Well, I think part of that is, it's a neutral country. There is no standing army, and that's very purposeful. Guns are very hard to come by here. Violent crime is much, much lower per capita. Yes, there's petty crime. Don't leave your purse in a car, or I left my
Yeah.
flip-flops on the beach when I went in the water and someone took them. Okay, that's true anywhere in the world. But
Yep.
compared to all of our neighbors in Central America and North America, yeah, I think we're a very safe country and it feels safe. Like, yes, there are certain neighborhoods in San Jose or Limon or, wherever that you really don't, Liberia, that you don't go in. But that's just the neighborhood. But do I feel safe in this country? Absolutely.
You use common sense. You don't go out at night by yourself in certain neighborhoods. Like you don't leave your wallet in your car.
Yeah.
Life is good. Pura vida.
Pura vida. All right, next question. Can I work or start a business in Costa Rica? We are doing it, but let's talk a little bit about what that means to be able to work here.
Yeah, so most Americans are going to come here and not be able to work for a Costa Rican company. You can get a visa, a work visa, but it's really hard, and you go through have to jump through a lot of hoops. For the most part, all of the Americans, Canadians, Europeans that I know work remotely for other companies, and that's perfectly legal to do here. Um, so yeah, find an online job, which so many people are doing these days, and work from Costa Rica.
Well, in our company that we are developing in Costa Rica, it's actually based in the States. We just happen to facilitate work in Costa Rica. But even then, we can't take a salary in Costa Rica. We can earn profit off of our business in Costa Rica. We cannot take a salary. And
Right.
it's not until you have residency that you can even attempt to work. So if you're on an investor visa or a tourist visa or a pensionista or rentista visa, and we'll talk about all those in a separate video as well. You just yeah, you can't. Um, okay, next one. What is the healthcare system like in Costa Rica?
The healthcare system, it's top notch. It's world class. So many of the doctors and healthcare professionals that I've encountered so far have either been educated in the United States, or they're educated here at really amazing med schools, or they've been educated in Europe. Just, I don't know, 10 minutes from here is an amazing private hospital. I've gone to the dentist, and it's awesome. Better care, same or better care than the United States.
You're seeing a lot of medical tourism happening here, and that's happening specifically for that. Now, there's one big thing to know about the healthcare system here. There's a public and a private healthcare system. The
Yes.
public healthcare system, known as the Caja, we as tourist visa people or rentistas, we cannot use that. You have to pay into the Caja. We can opt to pay into a Caja, but that system, there's a great clinic here in Athens. I cannot use that clinic. I have to go to private. There are several great private clinics in town. It's the same thing as like going to a doc in the box, an urgent care in the States
Yes.
or in Canada versus going to the hospital. Think of it that way. We have to go private. So you mentioned the private hospital. That hospital is named SEMA, and it is in Escazú, which is a very nice area of San Jose. And SEMA that's specifically why we wanted to be in Atenas. We wanted to be within an hour and a half geographic radius of SEMA, because my partner has cancer or had cancer, and we just wanted to be able to be there for checkups. But be you in small town or in big city, there are options for you, and it is not daunting or scary at all.
Nope, not at all. So many doctors speak English. It's great.
All right, next question. This is for families moving here. What's the education system like in Costa Rica?
I have no children, so I don't have any firsthand experience with this. Patrick, your child is already out of the system.
I mean, fair. Here's what I can tell you. There are options, and we know this from working with clients that come here. There are options for every level. If you want your child to go to local schools, there are local schools, that are considered quite good in overall education standards across the world. The bar is high here. That said, a lot of expats that move here put their kids in private schools, and specifically maybe looking for a English speaking school or a French speaking school, etc. There's a German school in Santana. Um, that's really more for comfort tied to your history and background. So good international schools, not a ton of them though. You almost have to be in the Central Valley for that. If you want to go to good private schools, you can find those in a lot of the bigger towns, but they're going to be either bilingual or Spanish speaking. So it really depends on where you want your kids to be in terms of full immersion, partial immersion, or really more tied to the language you speak at home. And that's gonna help you out. But getting into a school here is pretty easy. Again, Public school, you need to be part of the system. So I don't think you can do that on a tourist visa. We will
Correct.
research that and get back to you. But private schools, obviously, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got a long, big database of schools and that we've helped find for a number of families. So we would love to help you research private schools.
One thing I want to say about that, like a lot of families are like, okay, the priority for us is being by the beach, or the priority for us is walkability. That's great. With families, one of the things we do in our Explorer program is really help you take all your priorities and synthesize them. How far do you want to drive to get your kids to school? I have a neighbor who lives here in Atenas whose kid goes to school in Santa Ana. That's a 35-minute drive, 35 to 45-minute drive without traffic. With traffic, that's an hour and a half potentially. So, you have to consider these things in thinking about where you want to live.
Yeah.
The schools are available. It's how much you want to commute. And again, we can talk about that with you at any time. All right, we have another question. What are the visa requirements for visiting Costa Rica?
We'll go over this quickly because I think we've got another video coming up that where we delve into this pretty deep. But so many people come here on a tourist visa, 90 days. As an American or Canadian, or I think European, you just show up and you get 90 days. And you can keep doing that. If you leave and come back, if you leave for 5 minutes and come back, you can keep doing that indefinitely. There are some reasons why you wouldn't want to do that, which we'll go into in another video. But yeah, it's really easy to be here without going into a long-term visa.
I am looking at the time, and this is already kind of a long video, so I think we might cut it there. We'll have other questions in other videos, but again, the synthesis of this is moving to Costa Rica, we are here to help you. If you want to see these topics and many more, we have a ton of blogs on our website. That's yourpuravida.com /blog if you want to get to the blog, or /links if you want to see all the different things that we have. And then if you want to reach out to us, either with questions or comments, or just to start a conversation, it's hola, H-O-L-A, @yourpuravida.com. You can see down below that link. And we will have a lot more coming for you, but we're really glad to have you here. If you've gotten through this whole video, that means you're serious about thinking about coming here. And that makes us really excited. So on behalf of both of us, gracias and pura vida.
Pura vida.